reached the appellate clerk's office of the Alaska court system. If you have a question for the appellate courts, appellate clerk's office.
Yes, good morning. I'm needing to find out what I can do since the First District Court, this is regarding my wife's case, is not doing anything. They're just attacking me. And I'm wondering what we can do with your court so they'll understand. My wife did have something filed on Monday as a immediate or, as an immediate form of relief or expedited, immediate or expedited, which the court has to put on the docket the same day. Well, this is now, Thursday almost, and they're not doing anything?
In the Superior Court?
Yes, they did not put it on the docket. We sent something over for requesting for release since the other defendants on my wife's case did not answer the summons within 20 days, and it's been almost 2 months now. It'll be 2 months in January, or more actually. It's been over the time allotted, and they are refusing to file that request for immediate release and review or something, or immediate release.
It's hard for me to tell if I don't know what's going on with the case.
Well,
I don't want to know what's going on with the case.
Well, I do know when we file a request for immediate release, ma'am, even the court, I have them recorded telling me that once we do that, they have to put that on the docket the same day. They have not.
Well, that's something to take up at the Superior Court?
Well, no, we can't, because nobody's not talking to us. They're just hanging up the phone or transferring us, and nobody's returning our calls. My wife, ma'am, understand this. My wife lost a child. She carried that dead child in her for almost a month. Now, these are the people we have in court right now. Now, if y'all want to keep allowing my wife to continue to be in pain and suffering, I'd like to know how I can go about suing other parties for this pain and suffering, because they are impeding on the due process of the law, which is a violation of the Fifth Amendment of the United States. Now, excuse me if my wife's sitting in here, distraught because of what was done to her and the neglect she had in the medical care. But the problem is because she's still emotional about it. Why aren't any of the courts doing anything about it when the defendants did not comply to the rules of a judge? And then it says also if they failed to answer the required, they didn't. They had a certain amount of time to answer it. There was nothing given to us that they were extending it. So, I don't get why we're still being attacked by the First District Court of Juneau, which we have sound records of, and their disregard for, human life, basically, or the people's rights.
Okay.
Somebody neglected my wife's health care. We lost a baby. They almost killed my wife in the process. And my wife doesn't even have a misdemeanor on her record, ma'am. And they're treating her this way after somebody basically murdered our child. And we have proof of that. Now, is that okay to let those type of perpetrators go across? Where I'm finding a conflict of interest in that court is because these are employees of a large health consortium in this state, and I have a feeling there's some conflict of interest and bias by court employees and even judges because they might be patients or relatives of employees of this health consortium.
Okay.
So what can we do? The courts are disregarding the rules. They're disregarding rights. They're making libelous and slanderous defamation of my character when I'm trying to help my wife when it was my child too that was lost.
In your documents, there's nothing I can do for you over the phone. The only thing you could do would be to file something in writing.
Well, we've already filed multiple
things. There's nothing I can do for you.
Well, I do have something filed in your court being seen about pertaining to the same one of the parties involved in this.
Okay, do you have that case number?
I'm not sure if it is a case number yet. It's being reviewed. 16. I don't know it actually. Not offhand, ma'am. I'm under duress, and I'm been waiting on an attorney from the courts this whole time.
Well, why don't you, since you're under duress, why don't you just take a second, get all your information together and give us a call back.
I've been under duress since we lost the baby, and y'all are still letting me.
I understand.
No,
but
how about you tell my wife, ma'am? How about you tell my wife what you understand? Because she carried a dead baby in her for almost a month when nobody did nothing except for me. And then they wanted to cut her open, and that would have killed her. So,
Okay,
stop.
You
know what? No, there's
stop,
no stop. Tell my wife why this.
Stop! I do not want to hear the gory details of your wife.
I'm sorry, but we're sitting here still suffering because nobody's doing nothing about it.
But you must understand, I do not want to hear that gory detail. Do you understand me? So if you call here,
gory?
I will see you.
That's my child.
I don't want to hear that.
Lady,
okay?
Excuse you.
Mindy.
It might be gory to you.
And I don't want to hear it.
And I don't care. You don't show anger towards my family.
From here on out?
How dare you? How dare you?
Put everything in writing.
Goodbye.
Okay?
Keep in mind, you're recorded getting hostile.
That's fine.
No, you can't get hostile.
That's fine. So what I'm going to tell you, is to put something in writing. I'm telling you right now.
Hello? I was talking, and that's why I'm talking over you now. You do not interrupt me. I'm not a child.
Once you can calm down and talk
civilly,
I
have you being hostile with a disabled person. No, I have proof.
Reach the appellate clerk's office of the Alaska. Appellate clerk's office.
Yes, I was just rudely hung up after I was.
Oh no, I was not rude. I simply said I said have a good day, and once you can calm down, then you can call me back. Otherwise, I will not talk to you. Do you understand me?
I understand you just threatened a disabled person on the phone on a recorded line, and that's a federal crime. That's a federal crime.
And insulted us.
You have reached the appellate clerk's.
No.
Thank you for calling the Alaska court system. If you are calling regarding the permanent fund dividend, please press 7. For other information, please listen to the following options. For the hours of operation, court address, or holiday schedule, please press 1. For the traffic division, please press 2. For marriage, birth, and death certificate information, please press 3. For jury information, please press 4. For information on domestic violence restraining orders, please press 5. To request a copy of court documents and research information, please press 6. For information concerning fines, restitution, bail, or funds the court is holding, please press 8. If you have a missed court hearing or you need information about resetting a court hearing, please press 9.
Transferring to an attendant. One moment, please.
Alaska court system?
Yes, is this the Supreme Court?
No, are you looking for Supreme?
Which court is this?
This is just the switchboard for all the buildings.
I need to speak to whoever's over all the courts.
That's over all of it?
Yes.
You mean like the area court administrator?
Yeah, for the Supreme Court.
Oh, for the Supreme Court? Okay, let me get you the Supreme just a moment.
Because, I didn't realize employees can threaten and be verbally
okay, now 1 second.
To disabled people.
You have reached the appellate clerk's office of the Alaska court system. If you have a question for the appellate courts, appellate clerk's office?
Yes, I need to speak to the court administrator since I have calls recorded of employees threatening and being hostile with a disabled person that is, concerned about the loss of his child, and that's not how someone should treat someone. But because their actions were bestowed upon this disabled person, they did commit federal crimes, and I'd like to speak to the court administrator, please.
No, what I told you was...
I'd like to speak to your body. It's too late.
If you stop yelling at me, then I'll talk to you. Otherwise, I will hang up.
And
that's what I told you. And I'll do it again, too. So you can calm down and talk to me, or I'll have to hang up again. Do you understand me, sir?
Thank you for discriminating on my disability.
No, I'm not discriminating on you.
You're attacking me for my disabilities right now. You're attacking me for my speech disability.
Calm down, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Calm down.
I am calm. You need to calm down and put me on the phone with your supervisor.
Calm down. Well, you're talking to her, so calm down.
You're not a supervisor,
ma'am.
I'm not being irate.
Calm down.
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 I'm not being irate.
I can't help you if you're irate. Do you understand?
I'm not being irate, ma'am. I'm being disabled with a
So
speech.
calm down.
Well,
No. Being angry is not being disabled.
Ma'am, I have a speech disability. You don't know when I'm angry, ma'am. Thank you for thinking you know me. Thank you for attacking me for my disabilities. I have my medical records that show what you just said. On this recording shows that
I'm not discriminating against you. I'm simply telling you that I can't help you if you're yelling.
You just did, ma'am. I'm not
Well, you're yelling at me, the less I can help
I'm
you.
not yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm recording this, and you're attacking me for my disability, okay? How does that feel to attack a disabled man and commit a federal crime by abusing your power in the court,
Sir, all court conversations are recorded.
Well, good, because I have, maybe you don't have my medical records, and now you're making assumptions.
Sir, I don't care.
You don't care? Oh, thank you for not caring about my rights. Put your boss on the phone, please.
For asking me for my help, I'm trying to help you.
You're not trying to help me, ma'am. You've been discriminating against me and attacking me for my disabilities, my speech disability, and other disabilities that I have. I hope you feel real good about it.
You can stop yelling at me.
I'm not yelling, ma'am. I'm
okay,
talking.
so if you don't stop yelling at me, I will hang up. Do you understand?
Ma'am, I'm putting this call.
Do you understand? If you don't stop yelling at me and talking over me, I will hang up.
I'm putting this call on the internet. I'm not yelling, and I'll have a whole bunch of people agree
fine.
with that. You know
can post it wherever you want.
I am not
but
yelling.
I'm telling you,
I am
if you
not
don't
yelling.
calm down,
ma'am, you
and I
need
can
to calm
help
down.
you,
It sounds like
I can't help you.
Put your boss on the phone, please. Hey, honey, they're playing that game again.